Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the daily reading for Wednesday, the 5th of June 2019. Hope you're well wherever you are. Thank you so much for clicking. 3 card major arcana reading, then 1 from the swords, 1 from the wands, 1 from the pentacles, and 1 from the cups. So I'll just give it one more shuffle. One more, sorry. Okay, there we go. And a cut. Okay. We've got the devil, the old devil. We've got strength. And we've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, well, we're coming into the reading with old stuff, old hooks, old binds, deep within us. Why do we keep them there? They are only a matter of perception. Habits, emotional habits, psychological habits that hold us down. And sometimes we even know that they're holding us down, and yet we leave them there. Why would that be? Just leave that question hanging. Hanged Man in the reverse. Looking at this devil energy, I'll come to the strength in a minute, but looking at this devil energy in a new way, or attempting to look at it in a new way, is not going to yield anything today. Because I think we know, we know what we're dealing with. It looks like from what's on the table that we know what we're dealing with, and looking at it in a new way is just going to be looking at it in the same old way. We're looking at the same old thing and saying, oh no, I'm gonna take myself out of the flow and sit on the side and turn myself on my head and look at this in a new way. It's not going to get us anywhere because it's the same old stuff we're looking at. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Hanged Man is in the reverse. I'm also saying that because the Veil card today, the obscuration, the wall, the thing that is dividing us from what we think the situation is to what the situation actually is. It's the Strength card today. It's the matter of the sense of having to tame the inner beast, to go into the jungle of the soul and meet the beast in there and overcome it and raise the vibration from the rampant toddler to the civilized adult. It's the Veil today. It's not hugely different from what we try to achieve when we go into the Hanged Man energy. It's about tackling something inside us in order to improve our state of mind, and therefore our life. But it's not the deal today. It's not the deal. This is a blockage. This sense of, oh, there's something in there I've got to deal with. I've got to root out. It's a blockage. And that's quite interesting when the Strength card turns up in this position, especially in the upright, especially following this. Because, as I say, what this is saying to me is that we've looked at this. We've looked at it this way, we've looked at it that way. We've blamed others, we've blamed ourselves, we've blamed the past, we've blamed karma, we've blamed the gods, we've blamed the weather, we've blamed the nasty teacher we had at school, we've blamed our siblings, we've blamed our partner, we've blamed everything we can possibly blame. We've looked at it every which way. In the end, it rests with us. And as I say, these hooks, these binds, these little obsessions, these little kind of, well, little, these habits, emotional and psychological ties that we find in the devil energy are a matter of perception only. And they are there. They've grown up over time, and we've become used to them. We've become used to them. And yeah, there's Stockholm syndrome on the table today, whereby we are in the habit of looking at this stuff over and over and over again. And that in itself can become an addiction. Bottom line is the the cognitive dissonance that happens in Stockholm syndrome is that your captor is your liberator. The one who is holding you down is holding you up. The one who is making you feel shit about yourself is the one who loves you the most. All right? That's the cognitive dissonance involved in Stockholm syndrome, and that's what I'm seeing on the table today. This is quite complex. Where am I going to go with this? I think I'm going to get another one on this. These beliefs about who and what we are can be dematerialized in the self like that. They are perceptions, nothing more than perceptions. The key to dissolving them is the will to do so, for a start, and understanding what we gain by maintaining them. What part of ourself, what part of this wild beast, what does this beast feed on in the matter of the maintenance of our psychological and emotional habits of unhappiness? I mean, sorry, it ain't a happy place. But you know, we can become addicted to that. Our story is simply a story. All we are is a little conglomeration of conscious energy housed in a carbon-based body, going about its business like all the other carbon-based bodies out there. That's all we are. The story's just a story. It's just a... Anyway, I'm going to get another one on this. How wonderful. The Empress. Expand. This is expansion once again. Don't be going over the same old ground. Why would you do that? I know sometimes it's safer to stay in one place even if it's an uncomfortable place. But what we're being encouraged to do today, what's on the table today, is to go beyond that. The wisdom of the Empress in the upright is the universal Shakti of infinite expansion. And I know that all sounds very, very esoteric. Basically, don't sit in your room examining the finer details of your own weakness. That can become an addiction. One from the swords. This is what we had yesterday, and believe me, I've shuffled. Ace of Swords. Clear, cut through it. Off with its head. He wouldn't get very far without a head, now would he? Off with its head. Never mind clamping it by the jaws. Chop off its head. This is also what I'm seeing today, this Ace of Swords. Is the blade wielded by Mother Kali, and in some traditions Mother Tara. You know, you see the Hindu iconography of the severed heads. It's nothing to do with murder. It's to do with loss of ego, or ending of ego identity. And the ego identity can be maintained by endless self-examination that keeps us where we are. What would we face if we stopped doing that? You know, the breadth of the horizon might be a little bit scary. Take the blinkers off. Just like that. Chop, chop, snicker, snack. Ace of Swords. Leading to Six of Wands. Victory. Victory. I just want to have... Okay. I was just looking at the people, the little bits of evidence of what we can see in the background. I'm very interested in backgrounds at the moment. I'm not sure why. Oh, come on, focus. Come on. No, not going to focus today. Never mind. Sorry, I don't think there's much to learn from that, but victory. The Six of Wands is, of course, after the Five of Wands, which is the unwinnable battle. The battle of equals, where all the protagonists are the same size, have the same power, have the same force. And today, this Six of Wands is the walking away from that battle. It's the renunciation of the unwinnable battle against the self, against the past, and against forces which are beyond your control. Pick up your wand, walk away, get on your horse, and do your victory lap. Cut it out. Cut it out. Set yourself free into the expansive energy of reality. That wide horizon might be a little bit disorienting, but it is real. Ten of Pentacles. Take your love to town. Take it to town. Out there in the public domain. This is also collective. What we have on the table today is not individual to you. We all have to go through this process in order to learn. What I'm also getting from this, in a kind of extra dimension of it, is that liberating ourselves from the story of me sets us free to connect in a very, very positive and compassionate, because this reality is compassionate, way with all other entities and beings. When the imprisonment of the story of the ego self ends, we're out. Our spirit is out, and we can engage productively, meaningfully, and happily with all other spiritual energy. All of it. All of it. And I know it's all of it because we have the Empress. Yeah. This is the walking away from the sad story of the self. It's emotional, and it's always emotional. You know, it's about the sad story of the self is always about how we feel. Let it go. Walk away. There is a whole new world out there. I'm just going to try and pull this together because I know this is esoteric. Staying in your room, picking over your own sadness is not going to serve you today. The fact that your life might not have worked or might not be working in the way you wish it to is not particular to you at all. And if you can chop the ropes that bind you in the sense of individual suffering, and walk away from the unwinnable battle, you become walk away. Eight of Cups. You become a universal spirit that doesn't need anything or anybody to behave in any particular way in order for it to be happy. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Set yourself free, and clearly the power is within you to do that. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.